Hey, everybody, and welcome. It's such a great day outside, and it's a great day in here too. And I know a lot of us have been spending a lot of times inside, and I just think I'm going to enjoy a fresh, nice, refreshing beverage, a Topo Chico. I love it better with a straw too. And one thing about these straws, I love these straws because they remind me of you and I. They remind me of a before, and they remind me of an after. If you look at these straws, they're good and useful even now, but they become even more useful when they become stretched. They become longer, they can bend, they can shift and move and adapt to whatever your purpose is. And that's what I want to talk to you today about before and after. You guys ready? You know the drill. We have two movements, one thought, one assignment. I'm going to keep it really simple, as always, and you can follow me. Our first two movements are going to be this. We're going to do a walking mobility stretch. It'll be a hamstring upper body stretch. So it's going to look like this. Walking hamstring stretch. So it's going to be your right hand to your left foot with an upper body twist. It'll be a right hand down to the left toe. You can do this about 3 to 5 times. If it's too difficult to do this twisting with the upper body, you can do a left foot only, right foot only, left foot and right foot. This gets the body primed and ready for more activity. How'd that first stretch go? Great. One more point before we go any further is I want to teach you a simple principle here. Where your eyes go, so goes your body. When you're doing any stretch, any movement, make sure you're fixing on something that's fixed. If you're looking at a car driving by when you're stretching, you'll follow that car and fall over. So make sure you keep your eyes up and your posture fixed on something straight ahead. Are you guys ready for stretch number 2? Don't forget your breathing. We talked about that on the first one. Breathing is important. So number 2 is going to be a walking quad stretch with a reach. It's simple. We walk forward here. We're going to do a up. This morning I was walking with my dog and I was walking up the hill and the conditions weren't the best. It had just rained and it looked like it was going to rain some more, and so I knew I had to get done quickly. But one thing I noticed is sometimes the worst conditions bring out the best of us. I noticed on the ground a snail, multiple snails crossing over this 10 to 12 foot sidewalk. And my heart had compassion for the snail. I thought, he took a step of faith to come out on the sidewalk when there's predators flying overhead, people riding bikes, walking that could easily be crushed, but he took a step of faith. So I decided to do something to help the snail. I picked that snail up and took him from the very border of one side of the sidewalk to the other side, which he easily made. And that brings me to my scripture for today. If you look in Luke chapter 8, verse 42, this is when Jesus was thronged about, surrounded by hundreds of followers, looking to even be with him. And this woman who had an issue of blood for 12 years, it says in Luke 8:43, and a woman having an issue of blood 12 years, which had spent all her living upon physicians and healers, and neither could be healed of any. Everything she got in her account went out to be healed, and nothing, actually it made it worse. And it says in verse 44 that she came up behind him, Jesus. He was surrounded by throngs at the worst time, and she touched the border of his garment, and immediately the issue was healed, and it ceased. What does that scripture mean to me in my life? You know, I started with this straw, and I want to end with this straw. You know, everybody at one point in your life, you have to take a risk. You have to step out where you're not comfortable, where the situation is not right, the weather's not right. But when you do that, I know that your faith is going to meet some motivation, that's going to see some things happen in your life, that's going to stretch you and increase your capacity. And it's going to open doors you've never seen open before in your life. I know through this time of the coronavirus, we're all seeing things differently. But I know whatever's before you, if you get after it, God will meet you, and sometimes He'll carry you the rest of the way.